come to this class tomorrow because I went to the EOC room and no one was there.
All right, so let's talk about project options. Either one you pick is due on Friday the 21st. So you got 2.5 weeks to work on it, so plenty of time. Again, whether you start today or what days you're here and not here based on your AP test, we get it. I think both of them, well, one of them I think takes more time than the other, but it's probably the more fun one. So I'll let you decide. One of them is a solo project, one of them is a group project. So you have options. Let's talk first about the solo project. I'm going to pass that out to you. All right, so the name project is an individual thing. When you come to class May 21st, you'll need to be prepared to show your teacher your completed project. I don't have an example. But you determine a group of relations or functions or graphs or equations which will outline your first, maybe part of your last name. The relations or equations must meet the following restrictions. So basically you're going to spell out your name using various graphs. Okay, so you figure out, well, if I do part of a sine wave, maybe that makes part of an A, or maybe it makes a W, or an N, exponential, logarithmic, lines, circles, all that sort of stuff is kind of open to you to spell out your name. 4 letters, so if you got more than 4 letters, you can abbreviate or nickname, first name, last name, doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get you to do 4 letters. Project must be mounted on colored paper with the graph and the logo from your college on the front and the list of the relations on the back. By the way, I think this is the easier of the two projects. But it's a little bit tedious. It's solo, so I'll let you decide which one you want to do. You need a minimum of 10 relations. Maximum, it doesn't have to be 15, but why would you even go way beyond that? And you've got to include at least one of all of these things. You can print or write your name in cursive. Write the function so they will outline your assigned figure on the screen of a TI 83, 84, 89, or Desmos. We're going to look at Desmos in a minute.
So I can't use my calculator?
What calculator do you have?
In Inspire.
I think you can use it in Inspire.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, basically, we want you to use an equation because there is the thing on the calculator where you can free draw.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about.
Can't do that?
You have to write You have to write an equation, not free sketch. That's not the point. We're going to use Desmos, or I'm going to show you because it's really easy. I did not attach a grid because you can either attach a grid on your own and sketch it by hand, or if you use Desmos, it's easy to print it out. Again, turn in your project with this rubric attached, and I'll grade it accordingly. So let me show you what Desmos looks like. So you go to desmos.com, and you click on Graphing Calculator, and it is just super easy to use. Just type in your equation right here, y equals x. There it is. Hit return. You want something different. In your TI calculators, you got to do y equals. You don't have to do that here. If you want an x equals 3 line, you could do that. If you want a circle, so that's x minus 3 squared. Oh, there's a parabola. Plus y plus 1 plus 1 squared equals 16. There we go. There's a circle.
Are you supposed to define the endpoints here?
So if you want to define where it goes, that's where Desmos is way better than the calculator. It can be done in the calculator, but it's super easy in Desmos. You use this type of parentheses. Yeah. So let's say I want to graph y equals x, and it's the first part of I don't know, let's make it 5x, and that's part of an n maybe. So we really only want to graph that between 0 and 1. fact, I'll change it to 4. The other thing is it's really easy to change things on the fly and see the effect right away. So we want 0 less than x less than 4. So graph it from 0 to 4. Why did they graph it beyond 4? Oh, because at 4 it's way up there. I wanted to stop it at maybe 1. But this is why it's really easy to play with. There we go. So there's the first part of a letter. Maybe an A or an N or an F. Who knows?
So does it matter if it's uppercase or lowercase?
Does not matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. You can also restrict the y values. So if you want something that's straight up and down, so you want your y values to go from 0 to 4, so it kind of matches the first one there. Whoops, not parentheses though. There we go.
I match you L.
And then maybe I want this to be the dot of the I. So 0.2. There we go. That's still kind of big. 0.1.
That's not a problem for me. That's a problem for your parents, actually.
Y minus 5. 4.5. So there we go. So there's an I. So this one you just kind of play around with it until it works. I'll show you. So here's my name. There's the W. I did this in about 25 minutes during one of the other classes, just messing around. It doesn't meet all the requirements, so I'd have to go back and fix some things. But there's the W. So I knew x to the 4th could make a W. So I had to play with it to get it to be something like I wanted.
Can you make sliders and just adjust the sliders?
You could. Yep. W-O-L. And here's my F. I hadn't done a sign, so I threw a little sign on there to make it a little funny. And then, so that's only 5 relations, so I know I have to have more, even though that's 4 letters. So I threw in some decorative stuff here. Yeah, I still didn't even get to 10. So there's my my name with some decorative stuff on there. Whoops. If you want to get fancy, you go up to the settings here, and you can change the colors if you want to mix it up a little bit. I don't know what this is, just making every other one blue just to make it red, white, and blue. It's a little patriotic. Whoops.
You said this was the easier of the 2 options?
I think this is the easier of the 2 options. Well, I don't know. It depends what you think. So that's one option. Spell out your name using equations. Probably using Desmos because it's really easy. And then you take a screenshot of that and print it out, and you've got your equations. You've got your graph perfectly done, nice and neat. It's colorful. So that's a pretty easy way to go. I mean, it does take a little while to play with this. But once you get the idea of, listen, I know what a cosine looks like. Now I just need to put it in the right spot. I know what an exponential looks like. So I just need to, play with it until it lands in the right place. That was this one.
Print out the graph with the equations, and that's when we print
So for Desmos, you'd print out the graph. I don't know how you get all the equations on one if you used more than one.
What if you just screenshot it?
So you could screenshot it and then scroll up and screenshot it again. Cut and paste.
What if you just screenshot what you have on the screen right now? Is that good?
Well, it would, but you're supposed to have 10 relations, and there's not 10 there.
But if there were 10 there, could we take a screenshot of
Uh-huh.
the screen?
It's just that,
I think I could fit 10 on the thing.
and maybe you could if you went full screen. If not,
Yeah.
you could do a little bit of cut and paste.
Or you can just screenshot and then put it on a separate page.
Yeah. And then you mount it on an 8.5 by 11, maybe cardstock construction paper. Put your college logo at the bottom. Put the equations on the back, and turn that in, and I'll use it to decorate the room. So I'll remember you and your school in the coming years. All right, so that's project possibility number 1. Project 2 is more fun, maybe more time intensive, but can be very enjoyable and quite humorous. Utilize technology to create a music video about a calculus AB topic. Just like the other one, it's going to be one test grade, due Friday, May 21st. So a 3 to 6 minute music video or parody. So you go find the music to whatever song you like and so you play that and you write the new lyrics to it. You can submit it to me pretty much however you want. DVD, thumb drive, YouTube, whatever. And then you have to turn in a typed copy of the lyrics in case I can't understand what you're saying, so I can follow along. Groups may include a maximum of 4 students. So this is what makes this one fun too, is you get to be in a group. And you just pick a popular song and rewrite the lyrics to it. And if you Google, if you want examples, there's tons of them out there. If you Google calculus parody songs, something like that, the first one that pops up, someone has already made a mix of calculus parody songs. So there's a bunch of them in there. One that we'll watch right now, I guess I'll stop the video, and if the people at home want to watch it, they can Google Calculus Rhapsody and watch it at home. So we'll watch that one in a minute, and we'll watch a few of these in class. So you guys at home or here, pick one. It's due May 21st. If you got questions, I'll help you. In class, we have computers, so if you want to use the Desmos thing, you can do it that way. I guess you'd have to be careful when it comes to the end of class and saving and all that stuff. But we have calculators you can use, or computers you can use. So pick one, count as a test grade, due by Friday, May 21st. We're not doing much in between then, so don't look for a whole lot of videos online, people, because this is it. This is what you're working on, because probably you've got some AP tests as well to worry about. All right, so we'll stop that there. So we're going to watch a couple of these because I think they're funny. Calculus Rhapsody is sort of the gold standard of these things. 3.5 million views.
I bet we could beat that.
This one's impressive. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm still recording. Oh well.